Hey buddies, Miss Pugly here coming at you with another Borderlands 3 video. Today I want to show you the full power of our Peregrine plus Lightspeed build that we made a couple days ago. And to do that, I'm going to do a speed run of the Maliwan Takedown without using any bullets. But I'm just going to sit back, you guys can watch it. If you guys are interested in the gear and everything I use for this build, just stick till the end, I'll show it all there. I will be commentating during certain parts, there's little tips and tricks I want to tell you guys, but otherwise, enjoy. Now I don't send the racks directly to the turrets because for some reason these two first turret guys can't be hit by the racks. This last guy, however, can be hit by Rakk Attack, so we do just launch the racks to him as well. So right here the Death Spear can actually be hit before he goes through the barrier, so you can actually launch a Rakk Attack and hit him and get some projectiles to hit the Kraken before he jumps out. If you get lucky, you can get the Kraken to die instantly from that if the projectiles hit correctly inside the barrier, but most of the time I'm not that lucky. Now here I send out the racks, actually position myself below the platform. Now the reason for that is that the Rakk Attack's Lightspeed projectiles ricochet based on your location. If you go right under the platform, it'll kill them instantly, entering the first immunity phase. If you go anywhere else, it's likely that you'll have to send out a couple Rakk Attacks instead.
Advanced mechs, but we're after something bigger. Keep going. Thank you. Pocket rats. The hunt continues, but yours won't. How are your last breaths going? Distract them!
Oftentimes at this point, the spider ant gets caught up with the enemies that spawn earlier, so I spawn a new spider ant because I really need her for self-revives.
Go for the eyes!
Now here I actually stay behind here because it's very often at this part I'll get into fight for your life and the spider ant will get distracted and not revive me, or the projectiles aren't hitting enemies I want. So I'll stay behind here because the enemies don't come back here for the most part, and I'm able to just send Rakk Attacks and kill everything.
Light that giant bastard up!
We have to be a little risky here because there's no good way for us to actually hit inside the barrier, so we have to sacrifice our health and jump into the barrier to actually deal damage there. At this part, since he's moving around a lot, I switch over to a Snowdrift Deathless, and also it's an Ottoman, so it keeps me alive longer. And with perfect timing, we kill him right before we go into fight for our lives. And that was the speedrun. Just stay till the end and I'll show you the gear really quickly here. We primarily use a Unforgiven 432 crit with the URAD anointment. That's why we run the Deathless, so we can deal a lot more damage. We run 3 elements of the Old God. In this speedrun, we actually only use 2 of the 3. We have Shock, Corrosive, and Fire. We use 3 different types of Lightspeed. Well, we only use 2, but I have 3. All of them have the anointment. Action skills active grenade damage increased by 150%. We can deal a lot more damage whenever we send out our racks. So we have Corrosive, Fire, and Shock. We use a Elemental Projector Deathless. I could have probably just used the Snowdrift Deathless, but I use Elemental Projector because, you know, you get a lot of elements on you, so you get random boosts of damage. I also use a Snowdrift Auto Idol. This allows us to increase our survivability during the hard parts, as you saw there at the end. And then here's our Peregrine class mod. For those of you who want to try out the build, I have a save file down below in the description and the comments. Also, if you guys are still confused on how this build works, I have a video that explains it 100% up here. Now, if you want to see me do the Guardian takedown without any bullets, I actually did that run up here as well. The build I use is a standard crit plus pet survivability. We use primarily rack augments to increase our number of racks. The more racks we summon, the more projectiles spawn with the Lightspeed, which is a really weird interaction. So if we were to not use the Flock and Load, we would only spawn 2 racks and thus only spawning 2 sets of the grenade. When we put the 2 additional racks, we actually spawn 4 sets of the Lightspeed grenade. We use the Rack Celebrate to increase our skill charges because we want as many skill charges as possible. Main part of this build is Megavore. The Lightspeed projectiles can crit with the Megavore skill, so we use that to get cheap crits very, very easily. And the only other thing that you need to worry about is the Eager to Please, which increases our action skill cooldown every time we kill an enemy. If you go back and look at the speedrun, you'll see me killing people and my skills instantly being recharged. Here's my Guardian ranks, nothing too special, and here are the Mayhem modifiers I used. And that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I hope you all have a great day. Bye-bye.
And the last shall be first to immerse in a pass out heat, facing him out with a moxie melt till he woke up drowning in tchotchke hell. War in a cave with a torch on a wall, then a window arrangement of porcelain dolls.